Hello friends, today I am going to reveal some true facts of Hollywood, American film industry. But first of all, I request you to please share and subscribe my channel for getting my informative true facts videos uninterrupted. Please note that subscription of my channel is free of cost. Now Hollywood, the American film industry. Hollywood is a neighborhood in the central region of Los Angeles, California, notable as the home of the US film industry, including several of its historic studios. Its name has come to be a shorthand reference for the industry and the people associated with it. Hollywood was incorporated as a municipality in 1903. It was consolidated with the city of Los Angeles in 1910, and soon thereafter a prominent film industry emerged, eventually becoming the most recognizable film industry in the world. The main statistics: country United States, state California, city Los Angeles, elevation 108 meter, about 354 feet, area code 323, primary airport Los Angeles International Airport, LAX major international, secondary Hollywood Burbank Airport, and BUR regional Van Nuys Airport, VNY regional Long Beach Airport, LGB regional. Now history of Hollywood. Early history and development. In 1853, one Adobe who stood in Napolera, that is nopal field, named to be the Mexican nopal cactus, indigenous to the area by 1870. An agricultural community flourished. The area was known as the Coahuila Valley, and after the pass in the Santa Monica Mountains immediately to the north. According to the diary of H.J. Whitley, also known as the father of Hollywood, on his honeymoon in 1886, he stood at the top of the hill looking but over the valley. Along came a Chinese man in a wagon carrying wood. The man got out of the wagon and bored the Chinese man and was asked what he was doing, and replied, I Hollywood, meaning hauling wood. S.J. Whitley had an epiphany and decided to name his new town Hollywood. Hollywood represents England and would represent the Scottish heritage. Whitley had already started over 100 towns across the western United States. Whitley arranged to buy the 480 acres in 190 hectare E.C. Hardrank. They agreed on a price and shook hands to the deal. Whitley shared his plan for the new town with General Harrison Gray Otis, publisher of the Los Angeles Times, and Ivor Weed, a prominent businessman in the area. Dada Wilcox learned in the name Hollywood from Ivor Weed, her neighbors in Hollywood, Holly Canyon, now Lake Hollywood, and prominent investors and friends of Whitley. She recommended the same name to her husband, Harvey H. Wilcox, who had purchased 120 acres on February 1, 1887. It was not until August 1887 Wilcox decided to use that name and fled with the Los Angeles County Records Office on a deed and parcel map of the property. The early real estate boom boosted at the end of the year. In 1900, the region had a post office, newspaper, hotel and two markets. Los Angeles, with a population of 102,479, lay 10 miles 16 km east through the vineyard, barley fields and citrus groves. A long track, a circular line ran down the middle of Prospect Avenue from it, but service was infrequent and the trip took 2 hours. The old citrus field packing houses was converted into a livery stable, improving transportation for the inhabitants of Hollywood. The Hollywood Hotel was opened in 1902 by S.J. Whitley, who was the president of the Los Pacific Boulevard and Development Company. Having finally acquired the hard rank and subdivided it, Whitley built the hotel to attract the land buyers. Flanking the west side of Highland Avenue, the structures fronted on Prospect Avenue, which are still dusty paved roads, regularly graded and gravelled. The hotel was to become internationally known and was the interest of the civic and social life and home of the stars for many years. Whitley Company developed and sold one of the early residential area, the Ocean View Tract. Whitley did much to promote the area. He had thousands of dollars of electric lighting, including bringing electricity and building a bank, as well as the road into the Coahunga Pass. The lightning ran by several blocks and Prospect Avenues. Whitney land was centered on Highland Avenue. His 1918 development, Whitley Heights, was named for him. Incorporation and merger. Hollywood was incorporated as a municipality on November 14, 1903 by a vote of 88 for the 77 against. On January 30, 1904, the voters in Hollywood decided by a vote of 113 to 96 for the banishment of liquor in the city, except when it was being sold for medicinal purpose. Neither hotels for non-restaurants were allowed to serve wine or liquor before or after meals. In 1910, the city voted for the merger with Los Angeles in order to secure an adequate water supply and to gain access to the Los Angeles sewer system. With annexations, the name of Prospect Avenue changed to Hollywood Boulevard and all the street numbers were also changed. Now, motion picture industry in Hollywood. In 1912, major motion picture companies had to set up its production near or in Los Angeles. In the early 1900s, most motion pictures patents were held by Thomas Edison's Motion Picture Patent Company for the New Jersey, and filmmakers were often used to stop their productions. To escape this, filmmakers began moving out west, where attempts to enforce Edison's patents were more easily evaded. Also, the weather was ideal and there was quick access to various settings. Los Angeles became the capital of the film industry in the United States. The mountains, plains and low land prices made Hollywood a good place to establish film studios. Director D.W. Griffith was the first to make a motion picture in Hollywood. His 17-minute short film in Old California, 1910, was filmed for the Biograph Company. Although Hollywood banned movie theaters, which had none before annexation that year, Los Angeles had no such restrictions. The first film by Hollywood studio, Nestor Motion Picture Company, was shot on October 26, 1911. The H.J. Whitley home was used as its set, and an unnamed movie was filmed in the middle of their groves at the corner of Whitley Avenues and Hollywood Boulevard. The first studio in Hollywood, the Nestor Company, was established by the New Jersey-based Centaur Company in a roadhouse at 6121 Sunset Boulevard, the corner of Gower in October 1911. Four major film companies, Paramount, Warner Brothers, RKO, and Columbia, had a studio in Hollywood. He did several minor companies as rental studios in the 1920s. Hollywood was the fifth largest industry in the nation. By the 1930s, Hollywood studio became fully vertically integrated as productions, distribution and exhibitions was controlled by these companies, enabling Hollywood to produce 600 films per year. Hollywood became known as a tinsel town and the dream factory because of the glittering image of the movie industry. Hollywood has since become a major center for film study in the United States. Development. In 1923, the large science reading Hollywood Land was built to the Hollywood Hills. Its purpose was to advertise a housing development in 1949. The Hollywood Chamber of Commerce entered a contract with the city of Los Angeles to repeal and rebuild the sign. The agreement stipulated the land by removed to spell Hollywood, so the signs would not refer to the distinct rather than the housing development. During the early 1950s, the Hollywood Freeway was constructed through the northeast corner of Hollywood. The Capitol Records building on Vine Street, just north of the Hollywood Boulevard, was built in 1956, and the Hollywood Walk of Fame was created in 1958. As a tribute to artist, another significant contributor to the entertainment industry. The official opening was on Building 8, 1960. The Hollywood Boulevard Commercial Entertainment District was listed in the National Register of Historic Places in 1985. In June 1999, the Hollywood extension of the Los Angeles County Metro Rail line subway opened from downtown Los Angeles to the San Fernando Valley, with a stop along Hollywood Boulevard at Richmond Avenue, Hollywood Western Metro Station, Vine Street, Hollywood Vine Metro Station, and Highland Avenue, the Hollywood Highland Metro Station. The Dolby Theatre, which opened in 2001 at the Kodak Theatre at the Hollywood and Highland Center Mall in the home of the Oscars. The mall is located where the historic Hollywood hotels once stood. Revitalization. After years of serious decline in the 1980s, many Hollywood landmarks were threatened with demolition. Columbia Square at the northeast corner of Sunset Boulevard and Gower Street is part of the ongoing rebirth Hollywood. The Art Deco Style Studio complex completed in 1938, which was once Hollywood's headquarters for CBS, became home to the new generation of broadcasters when cable television network MTV, Comedy Central, BET and Spike TV consolidated their offices here in 2014 as part of the $420 million office, residential and retail complex. Since 2000, Hollywood has been increasingly gentrified due to revitalization by private enterprises and public planners. Succession movement. In 2002, some Hollywood's voters began a campaign for the area to secede from Los Angeles and become a separate municipality. In June that year, the Los Angeles County Board of the Supervisors placed secession referendums for both Hollywood and the San Fernando Valley on the ballot. To pass the approval of the majority of voters to the proposed new municipality, as well as the majority of the voters in all the Los Angeles in the November elections, both measures failed by the wide margin in the city-wide vote. Geography. According to the Mapping LA project, Los Angeles project of the Los Angeles Times, Hollywood is flanked by Hollywood Hills to the north, Los Fields to the northeast, and Los Hollywood or Virgil Village to the east. Larchmont and Hancock Park to the south, Fairfax to the southwest, West Hollywood to the west, and Hollywood Hills west to the northwest. Demographies. In 2000, US Census counted 77,818 residents in the 3.51 acre square miles, 9.1 kilometer square Hollywood neighborhood, an average of 22,103 people per square miles. The seventh densest neighborhood in all of Los Angeles country. In 2008, the city estimated that the population has increased to 85,489. The median age for residents was 31, about the city's average. Hollywood was said to be highly diverse when compared to the city at large. The ethnic breakdown in 2000 was Latino or Hispanic, 42.2%, non-Hispanic whites, 41%, Asian 7.1%, blacks 5.2%, others and 4.1%, Mexico 2.1%, Guatemala and 13% were the most common places of birth for the 53.8% of the resident who was born abroad, a figure that was considered high for the city as a whole. Radio and television. KNX was the last radio station to broadcast from Hollywood before it had CBS Columbia Square for a studio in the Miracle Mile in 2005. In January 22, 1947, the first commercial television station west by the Mississippi River, KTL, began operating in Hollywood. In December of that year, the public prosecutor became the first network television series to be filmed in the Hollywood television stations KTLA and KCET. both on Sunset Boulevard and the last broadcasters television or radio with Hollywood addresses. By KCET has since showed its studio on Sunset and planned to move to another location. KNBC moved in 1962 from the former NBC Radio City Studios at the northeast corner of the Sunset Vine Street to NBC Studio in Barabanki. KTTV moved in 1996 from the Metro Media Square on Sunset Boulevard to Los Angeles. In my next video, I will reveal some true facts of other more interesting topics. Thanks.